Right, we're going to solve some triangle problems. Now some of these will be quite complicated and you will really need to think about what you are doing. I would always start with the main diagram, but each step I'm going to draw out separate diagrams rather than drawing all over this and get myself all confused. So this is a question. We've got 4 mobile phone masts in a field, A, B, C and D. BC is 75 metres, CD is 80 metres, angle BCD is 55 degrees, angle ADC is 140 degrees. In order that the masts do not interfere with each other, they must be at least 70 metres apart. Given that A is the minimum distance from D, we've got to find the following. So what I've just done is abbreviated that onto this here. So if they have got to be 70 metres apart and AD is the minimum distance, AD must be 70 metres. So each of these are going to take quite a bit of working out. So try and organise your working out and try and draw diagrams. So we're going to start with, we're going to find out distance from A to B. So this is this distance here. We've got nothing really to help us. The only thing I'm going to draw on this triangle is I'm going to split this up and make it into 2 separate triangles. Call that triangle 1 if you want, and that triangle 2. Sometimes I'll be using this triangle to do things, sometimes I'll be using this one. I need to work out AB. I do not have enough information to be able to do that. I'm going to need definitely the angle next here. I'm going to need this angle here. And I'm going to need this length here. So then I'll have 3 lengths involved, because that's what I'm trying to find. And I will have an angle to use the cosine rule. But there'll be quite a bit working out before that. So first I'm going to do is draw out this second triangle here. B, C, D. That's 80. That's 75 and that's 55. I'm going to find BD. So we've got 3 sides, 1 angle, which means it's cosine rule. It's a quite straightforward cosine rule, we don't have to rearrange anything, we've got the one opposite there. So BD squared equals 75 squared plus 80 squared minus 2 times 75 times 80 times cos 55. So BD is the square root of all of that, which gets an answer of 71.708. Now make sure that you are rounding to a lot more decimal places than is needed, otherwise your answers are going to just be a little bit out. I'm now going to think about finding this angle here, because if I've got that angle there, I can take it away from 140 to find that angle there. So again, I am drawing out, not very good drawing up. So that's 55, that's 75. I'll need that one because it's opposite there. I won't need that one, but I will need the one I've just found, 71.708, because it's opposite that one. 2 angles involved, so sine rule. So sine x over 75, those two go together, equals sine 55 over 71.705. So rearranging, sine x is sine 55 over 71.708. Can't even read my own writing. 8. And then we need to do sine minus 1 of that. Oh, sorry, times 75. Giving an answer of 58.954. So we're wanting this angle in here. So I'm going to draw out the first one now. A, B, D. I know BD, I found it here, 71.708. That's the side I'm trying to find, AB. We know that this is 70 from the question. This angle here is 180 minus 58.954, which is 81.045. That's the angle there. So to find AB, I'm going to be using cosine rule. So 70 squared plus 71.708 squared minus 2 times 70 times 71.708 times cos 81.045. So AB equals the square root of that, so it gives an answer of 92.1 metres. Now thinking about, we were saying that the AD is the minimum, that seems to be making sense. So I've had to do three things just to find AB. I started with the diagram, I split it into two. I worked on this side first and found BD using the cosine rule. I then knew I needed this angle, so I had to find this angle. And to find that, I used my answer for that in here. I mean, I always say try not to use previous answers, but there is going to be times you have to. That gives me your sine rule, gives me that angle there. Then going back to the first triangle, which is where it has got AB on, which is what we are trying to find. We put the 70 on, we put what we found for BD, and we take that angle from 58, and we get 81. I would not try to do this exercise if you have not completed and fully understood the work on cosine rule, sine rule, and area of a triangle. Right, so now we're going to look at finding angle which one was it? BAD. Angle BAD. So I'm going to go to my triangle ABD. So I'm trying to find that angle there. What do I know? Well, I know that that's 70 from the question. I know that that's 71.708. I know that that's 92.084. That is what I've just found. And I know that that angle in there is 81.045. So I've got that side and that side together, that side and that side together. I don't need that 70, I can use the sine rule. So sine x, because we're finding that one, goes with this one, 71.708. Sine 81.045, which is that angle there, goes with that side there, 92.8084. So we rearrange that, so we will be doing sine minus 1. I'm doing this all in one step, but I'm going to times it by that and do sine minus 1. So I've got sine 81.045 over 92.084 times by 71.708. So just timesing by that and doing sine minus 1. That gives an answer of 50.28 degrees, or 50.3. It's three significant figures. So that was angle BAD, so that was part B. Part C asks us for the area of A, B, C, D. So here's where the work of every triangle comes into it. So we've got A, B, D, the first triangle. We know that is now 50.28. We know this side is 92.084 and we know that this side is 70. Every triangle we can do if we have either side opposite round the angle. So the area is a half times 70 times 92.084. Remember, the more decimal places we use the better, times sine 50.28. That gets an answer of 2,479.2. I'm going to then go to triangle 2. Now this one will be more accurate because we are given everything for this one in the question. That's 55 degrees. That side is 75. That side is 80. We've got the two sides and the angle, so the area is half times 75 times 80 times sine 55. That gives an answer of 2,457.4. We want the area of the whole, so going back to this, we want the area of all of this. We've got the area of that, we've got the area of that. So the area of ABCD is that and that added together, giving to three significant figures 4,940 meters cubed. Three significant figures. So, start with your main diagram. Decide if you need to be able to split it. You will have to if it's a quadrilateral. Make sure you've got all the information from the question. That 70 wasn't wrote on the diagram. Think about if you've got to find something, you're probably going to have to find something from the other triangle to help you do something in that triangle. So we started with this side because it is in both triangles. It is going to be useful. We used it a few times. So we found that. We then need an angle in this one. So we found this angle here to help us find this angle here. That helped us find AB. We used the information that we had just found. So the side, the angle, and the answer to part A to find this one. And now we had that, we had the information we needed, so we were using our answers from part A and part B to find the area of that triangle. The area of this triangle, all the information was in the question, and then we just had to add it together. So don't panic with these sort of questions, just do them in steps. If you think about it there, that's taken me 2 sides to do that question. So just think, it's going to take a while, and think about your diagrams, and if you're not happy with them, change them.